All right. We are back. Everything is hooked up. We are all good. And well, welcome everybody. For some people who are just gonna be watching the afterwards VOD of all this, welcome. My name is Plus, and we are gonna be going over the WrestleMania side of things for 2K and all that. But Black Cat, what's up? What's up? For the people that were over on Twitch that know what this is, I'm basically gonna be going over the WrestleMania match cards, storylines, all that shit. I'm gonna show you guys some screenshots. I low-key want to get into it all here because Mania is right around the corner. I know we've been saying that for some time now, but now I'm locked in and I'm really on the grind with making a lot of these videos and shit, and I'm just low-key ready to just push them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just ready to get them out as fast as I possibly can. And we got this all-in trip coming out. After the all-in trip, shit should be pretty smooth. So I don't know, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm gonna show you guys first what the next episode of Universe Mode is gonna look like, just so we can kind of ease into it a little bit here. But next episode of Universe Mode, it is. I did see that it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So we got this right here, the contract signing going down, episode 3. It's gonna be between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. So as you guys know, when it comes down to this storyline between Roman Reigns and CM Punk, it's been telling itself since what would we say, like season 2, right? Was it Unforgiven season 2? Because season 2 was when Roman and Punk fought each other, right? At Unforgiven. Was it? Wait, was that happened, right? I'm not bugging. Like, I'm not tripping. That's a thing. Like, I'm not. Or am I tweaking? I'm pretty sure they fought each other in the main event. Alright, that's how you know it's been way too long. Way too long. Like, I could be very wrong, but it just feels like that. I don't know why that sounds like yeah, that's about to say that sounds like exactly what happened. Okay, so yeah, CM Punk, I'm pretty sure. What did Punk do? Punk won the Punk and Roman were in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Punk and yes, after Mania, it's going to be every single week. And I'm gonna say this here, even if we have to miss a live stream on Twitch or miss an upload on the Just Plus channel, going forward after WrestleMania, we're going to be uploading every single week here on the channel. So the storyline started here, ladies and gentlemen. This is all where it started. So Roman Reigns was on a path to prove that he had what it takes, that he was the best of the best, that he was a tribal chief for a reason. And it's been a slow brew to Roman Reigns being the tribal chief, but we kind of see it come to a head at the Unforgiven pay-per-view, and this is after WrestleMania. So this is post-Mania, when we seen Jacob Fatu step into the chance, and he ended up seeing his light and joining the bloodline, and now we see Fatu doing greater things than before, but helping the Usos retain, and then on this whole build kind of helping Roman Reigns along in King of the Ring, and really helping him do what he had to do to, you know what I'm saying, like, win the King of the Ring overall. And this is when we seen our collision with CM Punk. But what do you say? Is there any chance second show fix me? No. So this is Raw is gonna be the only show going forward. We're not gonna go back to 2 brands. It's gonna be 1 brand, and we're gonna run the story just like that. And that's just going to be what it is going forward. But we're going to have a lot of good stuff to tie with it, But this is kind of where it all started. I'd argue both these men walked into the finals of the King of the Ring. They had the main event spot. It was Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico. And I'd argue that these 2 niggas tore the absolute house down. Now, in the end, it was the bloodline helping, Roman Reigns do what he had to do, especially with the help of Paul Heyman. And, CM Punk didn't have what it takes. Roman Reigns did what he had to do, and he walked away with the championship. Then in the end, we seen The Rock and all that bloodline turmoil kind of, you know what I'm saying, started going from there. But the tag team championships we use are the IRL SmackDown tag team titles. So yeah, that's kind of how it all started there. If some of you guys, don't remember. But then if you guys remember, the Clash of Champions pay-per-view, the canceled pay-per-view, was coming around. It was supposed to be the pay-per-view after the Survivor Series War Games pay-per-view. This one was in Long Island, New York. A very interesting pay-per-view. Another one that took a little long to get to. But this one, I'd argue, was when we really started showing what the brand split was all about. But, for me to listen, all I'm going to say is All I'm gonna say is Clash of Champions was supposed to be a banger. All right, Clash of Champions was going to be stacked. All right, MJF ended up stepping into the realm, but then again, like I did say, we did extend the partnership with AEW. So AEW, this pay-per-view will be going down in November. It's just all about playing catch up. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of this again this coming year, but it was very good. It was very good. You know, we Clash of Champions, it was supposed to be Bryan Danielson versus what was it, Omega? I'm pretty sure Omega versus Danielson. Like, it was supposed to be a lot of shit that was supposed to go down. But then we had to, cut it up because the new year hit, and we had to kind of hop right into No Way Out, which decent pay-per-view, not gonna lie. I feel like we could have did a little better lengthwise, but it was kind of a push out pay-per-view, if I'm being completely honest, because we needed to get to the this stuff, which we're still kind of here, but this stuff being the new age, the new era. But since we are here, I do want to show you guys some WrestleMania teasers. So as you guys know, wait a minute, before I do that, before I give you guys the Mania teasers, you guys see the match cards, right? Match cards, everything that's going down on Raw. Hold up, we gotta backtrack a little bit. I was about to sped up. Roman Reigns CM Punk contract signing. Finn Balor and Gunther go face to face as these two men will be taking each other on for the Intercontinental Championship. As last week in Universe Mode time, CM Punk, he ended up defeating AJ Styles, which defeating AJ Styles is it's become a bit of a meme in Universe Mode. But listen, we got to start putting a little bit more respect on AJ Styles' name. I'm just saying. But AJ Styles and Finn Balor, absolute banger. If you guys didn't see episode 2, check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's very important you watch, all 4 weeks going into WrestleMania, as these episodes connect to each other in every way possible. But yeah, no, this is going to be good. Adam Pearce, did put a lot of stock in Finn Balor, and Balor ended up showing the world that he still had what it takes after, coming out, I would argue, not really looking the greatest in that Judgment Day storyline. That storyline that kind of took place in season 2. It was supposed to be, it went exactly how it was supposed to go. By the way, JT, welcome to the stream. How you doing, brother? But it went exactly how it was supposed to go. Damian Priest was always supposed to win that, just talking more behind the scenes. But Finn Balor kind of fell in a weird place, if you guys notice. Like, I'm pretty sure he was in No Way Out. Was he in the Chamber? I'm pretty sure he was in the Chamber, but Balor has had a very tough time. Oh, no, he wasn't, because that's when the feud ended and Priest ended up beating Balor. So Balor missed Chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like, Balor's missed a lot of stuff in these last couple of months. So Mania, him getting this opportunity against Gunther, him getting this fresh start, this new start. A lot of people would try to argue it as being a downgrade because he's in the Intercontinental Championship League, and before he was World Heavyweight Champion, kind of like top of the top, doing his thing. But I would argue that Gunther has put this championship in such a spotlight, and Swerve Strickland and, Adam Cole and the champions before that has made the Intercontinental Championship not feel so much like a mid-card championship. It just feels like its own separate title on its own. It's kind of just doing its own thing, if that makes any sense. And I don't know, I feel like if Balor can win, if he can beat Gunther, then he can really show everybody that he's more versatile than just being the guy that used to be World Heavyweight Champion, rather than, the guy that we see now, which he, wins a couple of big matches and then loses the big one in the end. And it's like, you don't want to see that. You know what I mean? You want to see these guys do what they got to do. But at the same time, as much as you want to root for Balor, you also want to root for Gunther, because Gunther made his debut in Universe Mode back at the SummerSlam of last year. Some of you guys remember. It was after I'm pretty sure it was, who was it? It was Swerve versus LA Knight. LA Knight versus Swerve Strickland. And, those two men, they tore the house down. You guys remember. They tore the freaking house down. Wait, where is it? I think I went too far. I was uploading a lot of content, man. You guys are making me miss this bad. Oh my god. We were kind of snapping, chat. Like, when I look back on this, I do think to myself sometimes, I'm like, damn, like we did go crazy. I don't know. A part of me wants to hope that if I did start doing this again, you guys would, you know what I'm saying? If I did start doing this again full time, you guys would still fuck with it. I don't know. I kind of feel like I wasted a lot of time. But yeah, this pay-per-view right here, SummerSlam, season 2, season 3, excuse me. And what a pay-per-view it was. I mean, seriously, I'm proud of the work I did with this pay-per-view. We had LA Knight versus Swerve Strickland. Now, if we could just talk about the gravy train LA Knight was on post-Mania, LA Knight was going stupid after Mania. After he beat Adam Cole and finally put the Undisputed Era down, like, LA Knight was really in his bag. He was going crazy. He was doing his big one, I'll say hands down. But when Swerve Strickland arrived, it was just a completely different ball game. It was somebody that, you know, it was different. It really changed the game of the Intercontinental Championship, because LA Knight had a fun run, but he had a lot more of a TV title run, if you ask me. LA Knight had a run, Intercontinental Championship run that was fun in Universe Mode, but at the same time, he was doing a lot of TV work, a lot of appearances. You didn't really see him on a lot of pay-per-views, but he ran the PLEs. You know what I'm saying? So LA Knight really made the championship of the Intercontinental Championship step away from more of the spotlight aspect of it and kind of hone in on the wrestling aspect of it, which Adam Cole did amazing with, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, Adam Cole really, you know, after he turned heel and had the Undisputed Era kind of join him, it kind of put him in a situation where he... what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of put him in a situation where, you know, Cole didn't really... Let me make sure I go to work on time. All right, bet. Yeah, just got to make sure. But, yeah, no, it kind of puts me in, you know, put him in a situation where, you know, it really changed the perspective of the Intercontinental Championship. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's going to be very interesting, because then, as, you know, as we've seen Swerve, you know what I'm saying? As we've seen Swerve win the Intercontinental Championship, this is when Gunther arrived on the scene. And this is when it got real. Because not only did Gunther arrive on the scene, but just because LA Knight lost in this matchup, he wasn't done with the Intercontinental Championship. He still wanted to go back and get his championship, which later brought Gunther, Swerve, and LA Knight into the fully loaded PLE, which, you know, followed shortly after SummerSlam, and it was a triple threat. We had to end up throwing down a triple threat. You know, I remember that day like it was yesterday. They were going crazy in the back. I'm not gonna lie, kayfabe wife. They were going crazy in the back. You know, they were going insane. The big hype was, who's going to challenge Swerve for the Intercontinental Championship? They wanted to give LA Knight an opportunity to give him his match card, you know, his title match back, but at the same time, they knew that they wanted to make Fully Loaded something special that year. They knew they wanted to do something with this PLE that was never before seen. And, you know, when it came down to it, Gunther said, listen, I'm ready. I want to wrestle. I'm ready to go. So it put him in a situation where, listen, I think we should just do a triple threat. And it was also interesting too, because it was like, you don't want to put somebody in this situation for this first ever PLE. You know, this is the first time that Fully Loaded ended up being a PLE. Fully Loaded was a pay-per-view in season 2. So when it changed this moniker from going from a pay-per-view to one of the PLEs, the special shows that we do for the Raw events, it changed it, because it was like there was a potential that not only on the you know, the wrestling aspect, but there was a big chance on the eyes aspect of it, because as you guys see, if you look at the numbers on the channel, pay-per-views always do more than PLEs as far as views aspect goes. And when you have somebody like Gunther, somebody that you're debuting in Universe Mode, especially in a pay-per-view match, you think to yourself, do I want to do it on an event that might not get the eyes that Gunther deserves, or do I want to do it on an event that will for sure get 1,000 views? And because that's my 1,000 views on this channel is kind of like our millions of views. Like, that's how I view it. Like, that's my highest, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just where I know to look for when it comes to stuff. So when I see those views for pay-per-views, I'm like, damn, like, we got to make sure the pay-per-views, because we do pay-per-views every 2 months, and the off months we do the big events. So I'm like, I got to make sure the pay-per-views are big. So it was kind of like, ooh, do we put Gunther on that stage where we know he'll get big numbers, big eyes on him? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want for your new guy, you know, especially if you're going to put him over in the end, which we did. We kind of just long brooded out with Gunther a little bit. But, you know, Gunther, he had an interesting situation in this matchup, because Gunther almost won this match. And it was hard to do the ending, but it came out exactly how it was supposed to. But he was supposed to win this one, and I'm pretty sure, as you'll see here, Gunther was kind of dominating Swerve, and I'm pretty sure as Swerve was about to do it, LA Knight kind of came back in the ring, and he kind of fucked over Gunther, or did that? No. I'm bugging. I'm tweaking. Yeah, no, Gunther was dominating, went up to the top, went down. Swerve was the one to screw over Gunther, because Gunther had the match. Gunther literally had LA Knight pinned, but Yeah, he wasn't going for that. He wasn't going for that. But this was fun because what this did is this ended up dragging the feud into the No Way Out pay-per-view, because at Survivor Series, Dijak and Swerve faced each other in a champion versus champion matchup. So it was able to stretch out the feud a little bit, and then we ended up getting Gunther winning the championship at No Way Out, and we haven't really heard from Swerve. So this is Gunther's, like, you know, first chance to really show that he's got what it takes, and if he's able to beat, you know what I'm saying, a Finn Balor at WrestleMania, imagine what that does for Gunther. We know how good Gunther is already, but beating a pillar like Finn Balor, that's gonna do something for your career for sure, especially it being his first title defense. So I don't know. It's very interesting to see who's gonna walk away with the win there. But face to face goes down on Raw. It's gonna be a very interesting situation. He did. He low-key did. But Dijak, he'll return soon. He's not done. Also, one-on-one matchup between Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. As some of you guys know, there's a feud going on in Universe Mode right now at WrestleMania. It is going to be Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. As if Jacob Fatu loses that matchup, then he has no choice but to join Solo's bloodline. But if Fatu wins, he brings the North American Championship home to Roman Reigns. Big stakes. Big opportunities. Roman Reigns said he's not getting involved. He has his own business to deal with. He's leaving this one up to Jacob Fatu. He told Fatu to handle it. Handle your business. Do what you got to do. So this is going to be interesting because we've only ever seen the Guerrillas of Destiny wrestle in tag team action. So this is going to be the first time we are seeing Tama Tonga wrestle on Raw, as these guys debuted over on Mayhem all those months ago. So it's going to be a very, very interesting situation to see in this matchup, as these two Samoans are going to be going at each other in this bloodline warfare. Big implications here. Also, this one was a fucking banger, and I enjoyed recording it so fucking much. By the way, this episode is recorded on PC. Yes, Hikuleo. Yes, so, and I'm so happy they finally debuted him, because I wasn't gonna bring him back until he made his debut, which I thought it was gonna be in NXT, but I'm happy it's in on the main roster. So now if I can finally get a updated version of him, because all the versions of him from before were old, and I was like, I didn't really want to do it. But Hikuleo is recovering from injury. He is going to be coming back very, very soon. And no, he will not come back under the name Tama Tonga. He will have the name Hikuleo, and he will be a part of Roman's bloodline. As I don't know if Roman's even going to have a bloodline. He might not even have an enforcer after Mania. We don't even know how shit's going to go. But this one's going to be interesting, as at WrestleMania, the Judgment Day are going to be taking on the BCC for the Tag Team Championships. Rollins and Will Ospreay are defending them against the Scottish Warrior and the, Damian Priest. No, he's not. No. He wasn't before, and he's not now. It isn't about the fit. You got to understand. So in universe, so there's different paths when it comes down to this bloodline. Now, one thing I will say about Solo's bloodline that he's been slowly brewing up in season 3 is that Solo's bloodline is actually about family. It's about doing what's right by your family. You know what I'm saying? But Roman's bloodline is more about greed and power. So he doesn't care that Hikuleo's not family. He's paying that 7-foot motherfucker to run havoc for him all over Raw, so he can hold on to his championship. Like, it's not about the family aspect. It's about him being tribal chief and just this being his bloodline. So the bloodlines are very split in universe mode, and it shows you the different kind of characters that each wrestler kind of is faced with, and it shows you how the Tonga twins are willing to be on that family route. They're willing to be with Solo and you know what I'm saying, do what they gotta do to take over Raw, but at the same time do it in a family matter. But Hikuleo on the other end, he's willing to take the quick buck. Jacob Fatu, as you've seen at Mania last year, quick to take that quick buck and join Roman's bloodline. Jimmy Uso, how many brothers have Jimmy Uso fucked over at a tribal court? Quick to take the buck and do what he has to do. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Roman's bloodline, it's a little more power hungry. But Solo is in a very interesting situation right now, because Solo has the Tonga twins and Bronson Reed, and he has the potential to get Jacob Fatu, which if he does that, that'll tip the scales for Fatu's bloodline way more better for him than Roman. So I don't know. Not missed opportunity. We still got 2 weeks. We chill. Chill. We still got 2 weeks. You feel me? But I'm pretty sure Bloodline Rules is gonna end up going to the main event. But which bloodline do I side with? Knowing the difference between both bloodlines, I fuck with Solo's bloodline. I like that Solo. So I like Solo's story. As much as a bad guy as he likes to portray himself as, Solo's like the bad guy in universe mode. That's the face in my heart. Because, as weird as that sounds, like he's like a good guy in my heart. Because like, you guys gotta understand, like Solo got exiled from the bloodline last year. And all he wanted to do was stick up for himself. All he wanted to do was show that, listen, like, you got to treat us like family. You're not just going to walk all over us. He was the first person aside from Jimmy, aside from Jay, that tried to say something. And when Roman disrespected him and then went to Rikishi's house last year at Mania and made it personal even more, like, shit got personal last year at Mania, bro. Like, that was a really good storyline. Like, shit got personal. When they fought each other at Mania, it was supposed to be one of those, like, you know, we're gonna fight as brothers, we're gonna fight as family, we're gonna just beat the shit out of each other and just gain respect for each other in this match. And Roman Reigns once again did whatever he wanted to do and took the easy win out and walked away with the win. And it's like, it shows you the difference. But then Solo went to Mayhem and he grinded to the top, and he was in the six-pack challenge, and you know, he did what he had to do and went through a bunch of different feuds with Sheamus and Ilya Dragunov and Dijak, and won the North American Championship and proved to everybody that he had what it takes. Brought in the Gorillas of Destiny and called it his bloodline, and now he's just taken over. Like, I don't know, like, I fuck with Solo. Like, Solo in universe mode is his story is good. His story is good. He feels like it, like he went from being like sort of kind of a bad guy to a good guy. Like, yes, he wanted respect from Roman, but Solo always felt like he should have been the tribal chief, because in universe mode back in season 1, it was Jimmy, Jay, and Solo. That was the original Usos trio. That was the original bloodline, and they didn't have a tribal chief. It was a bloodline with no tribal chief, and that was all the way back in season 1. And that was when they had to go and they were sent out by the elders to get Roman Reigns, and they took him out of the Shield and turned his brothers against him, which started the war with the bloodline in the Shield. And then as the Shield, as they won and the brand split hit and they turned into the BCC, and their bloodline split as well. And it's just, there's so much fucking story. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much there that dates all the way back then, where Solo felt like he should have been the tribal chief from the start. He feels like if you want to be the head of this family, if you want to be tribal chief, you shouldn't have to beg Roman for it. And he feels like that's what him and the Usos did back in season 1 and season 2 when they were feuding with Roman. He felt like they had to force him in the bloodline. They had to make him realize he had what it takes, when Solo always knew. Solo always knew his potential. Solo always knew he wanted to be at the top. Solo always knew he wanted to be tribal chief, but that opportunity was never given to him. But once the ancestors started to realize that Solo was going, or that the way Solo was going and the way Roman was going, and seeing how the power of the tribal chief was making Roman a lot more hungry, and it was turning Roman into this person that he was never supposed to be. That right there made the ancestors give Solo the High Chief. That's why we call him High Chief Solo. That's why we haven't seen The Rock. When The Rock lost at SummerSlam, he gave his High Chief position to Solo Sikoa. He felt like Solo deserves that High Chief position. At some point, I'm not gonna lie, Roman's gonna want to collect, because he's not gonna feel like Solo's above him, especially after he beat him at Mania last year. So it's gonna be very interesting, because in the family right now, the way they're placed, Solo has a position higher than Roman. But if you look in the overall WWE and you look at how universe mode is, it's very obvious who the top dog is. Solo can say he's High Chief, Solo can have the family behind him, but in my opinion, and this isn't even me trying to instigate nothing behind the scenes, but in my opinion, you can't call yourself High Chief without stepping to the tribal chief. You can't call yourself the head of the bloodline without beating the guy that's holding that title right now. I don't know. It's just one of those situations to me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like at some point we're gonna get Roman and Solo running it back, but it's all up to them. Yeah, I don't even know how we like got all the way over there, but basically, yeah, Rollins and Ospreay tag team champions along with the BCC. They're going to be going against the Scottish Warrior, the Judgment Day, and the Godfather of the Judgment Day of Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. But they're going to be having a little one-on-one. It's getting a little personal, heating up towards Mania. Oh, this one's going to be a banger. Stephanie Valkyrie making her debut. She is going to be going against Lyra Valkyria. This one's going to be a banger. Lyra's been wrestling on Raw the last couple of weeks, and she's been going kind of crazy, so I'm looking forward to it. This one's gonna be a banger. And we got 2 women's matches, which we're gonna get a lot of in season 4. I'm not playing. Like, we're gonna push these women, all right? I'm not playing. So Io Sky versus Ivy Nile. Let's talk about it. Listen, JT, listen. I've been telling these niggas this for the longest. I swear to God, bro, I have been telling, bro, you don't know the amount of times I went to Adam Pearce, William Regal, and Wade Barrett, and I begged these niggas, pleaded for them to push Ivy Nile, bro, all the way back in season fucking 2. Like, bro, I've been telling them to push Ivy Nile, but it's not up to me. It's not up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of them situations that's really not up to me. So here's what I'm thinking I might do. I'm thinking every week, if Raw drops on Monday, then every Wednesday we'll go live on the Wrestle Plus channel, and we'll make I'm gonna call it Inside Universe Mode. I like that. We'll call it Inside Universe Mode, and we'll basically review the episode of Raw and talk about the different feuds and how it connects. But when you guys talk to me, when we do this, it's not me booking it. I'm talking from a complete fan point of view, because I like a lot of the storylines in my universe mode. You know, not even being cocky and shit. I just really enjoy wrestling. So I be wanting to talk about it with you guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Into the universe. I like it, but I feel like that was somebody's series, no? Try looking it up. If that's not nobody's series, then I'll do it. But I kind of like Inside Universe Mode. You guys know like Inside Universe Mode? Universe Insider? I kind of fuck with that. Not gonna lie. Into the Universe. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Universe Insider. Universe Insider is kind of cool. I don't know. Wait, what about the, I don't know, the something report? You know what I mean? Like the something report, or the, because like, what would you guys like a series that like I'm reviewing? If I'm reviewing it, like we're just reviewing the episode, but I want to have like a name for it and shit, you know? Yo, low-key, we can bring Mayhem back as a talk show series. The Mayhem a universe? Is that too long? Or we could just call it Mayhem. We could bring Mayhem back as like a talk show. Plus report, I kind of fuck with that, I'm not gonna lie. But I would want that to be like an interview thing if I ever like started interviewing wrestlers. What if we just called it Mayhem? Like, what if we brought Mayhem back as a plus reporty kind of reviewy kind of thing? You know what I mean? Because I kind of want to do more stuff like that. And after pay-per-views, I want to do like press conferences and shit. Like, would you guys fuck with that? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want SmackDown to be like, yeah, but that's kind of like clickbaity. I feel like I wouldn't want to be clickbaity. Like, we could just name it like, honestly, we can just bring back this. Like, we could just use this. We could just have our own version of it. Like, we don't even need to do nothing like custom. We could literally just have our own version of Raw Talk. Isn't that what they do still, the Raw Talk thing? Like, it'll literally just be like, where is it? WWE 2K25 Universe Mode Raw Talk. Nah, go with Mayhem. Alright, we'll go with Mayhem. Oh, I kind of fuck with that Raw recap. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, we could do that. I kind of fuck with that. Cause I want to start doing like more like things mimicking real life wrestling. Like, you guys know how we drop like the matches, different matches and shit. I want to start dropping the top 10s for each episode of Universe Mode and shit. Yeah, we'll go with Raw. We'll just do the Raw recap. Okay, yeah, so that's fire. We could definitely get into that. But anyway, Ivy Nile versus Io Sky. I kind of want Io to win. I'm not gonna lie. All right, what else we got? Nothing. All right, bet. So what is next? So let's give you guys some screenshots. So over here, we got the best in the world. We got him. You know what I'm saying? His name is CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? And we also got Stephanie Valkyrie. Look at Valkyrie. Valkyrie doing her thing. Oh my god, this shit's gonna be amazing, bro. Shit's gonna be absolutely amazing. I would love to have like a code talk person. That'd be fire. Preferably like a YouTuber if I was gonna do that. Like somebody who's like in the community. Like, I'd be fucking with what's his name? JC Pentagon. That's my guy. That's my guy, bro. Just saying. Any thoughts on CM Punk's return run in Universe Mode? In Universe Mode, like ours? Wait, what do you mean return run? And then we got Balor and Gunther face to face. Fatu. So yeah, these are the screenshots. Wait, like, what do you mean? Alright, let's also go here. Alright. Let's give y'all some Mania screenshots. Let me give y'all some Mania screenshots. Oof. Yo, Mania screenshots. Yo, Drew pulling up the Mania in a tank top and jeans, gang. Like, what? Drew is dead ass. Like, that's how he's pulling up at Mania. I'm like, these are already done, chat. You already know how the BCC go. You already know how the BCC go with that jerk, with them titles. You feel me? And Ospreay's Money in the Bank. I want that to be remembered because last year we seen some shit. And I ain't gonna lie, as a fan, it would be like poetic justice if last year Ospreay only lost against Balor because he got cashed in on, and this year if he was the win by being the guy to cash in. That would be funny as fuck. Would that not be funny? Like, would that not be like the most hilarious shit ever, bro? Like, that would be insane, bro. Alright, what else we got? I'm down for that. Like, we'll do that for like the special series and stuff. Like, even like for these streams, we'll have like somebody on like the Discord call, and we'll have a little segment where like they'll give their thoughts on like a certain match they're looking forward to and shit. Oh shit, yeah. So that happens. You know what I'm saying? This does happen. That's the only thing I will spoil, because what follows next, it's heartbreaking. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is heartbreaking. But this I will spoil. That's the only thing I'm spoiling. I feel like I was saying on Twitch, I wanted to give you guys something because you guys have been waiting for 6 months. So this is the something I'm giving you. This is the spoiler. That is it though. That is it though. That is it though. That is the only spoiler y'all get. That is the only spoiler y'all get. All right. So yeah, no, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. I'm looking forward to this shit. What else we got? Boom. Yeah, let me get this this I think yeah. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough. Let's all right. Okay. All right, so this is so we got Cena Cody, which kicks off Mania. Want to remind people, this shit kicks off Mania. These niggas go insane. Great match, very technical match, which I wasn't expecting. Love the Cody drip with the blacked out hair. He's a fucking villain, chat. Like, who can touch him? Solo versus Fatu. I got some cinematic ass shots from this match. Solo and Fatu. Low key, I haven't recorded the main event yet. Or Balor Gunther, I'm pretty sure. But Solo and Fatu or it's 3 of them. It's Solo, Fatu, Rhea Valkyrie, or Cena Cody. It's one of those that stole the show, because all 3 of those matches were insane. Oh, you're gonna see, we're the same thing that we improve on in that match, we improve on in the Jimmy versus Jay match, because you're gonna see there's just a lot more depth. Oh my god, I can't wait till we review, like when we drop the low-key, I do kind of want to name it Inside Universe Mode, I'm not gonna lie, because I used to have a series like that on my old channel when I was a kid, and I kind of want to do it, and then I can use it for pay-per-views, because we're all recap for a pay-per-view don't sound right. So like, okay, for the Inside Universe Mode episode, for that stream post Mania, when we basically like fan react to all this shit, yeah, I'm gonna end up this is gonna be the thumbnail, because this shit was clean as fuck. This shit was mad clean. Yeah, but I feel like that's a good place to wrap up. I gotta get ready for work in a little bit, but I do love you guys so much. If you guys did enjoy this one, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more content on the channel, because more content is definitely coming you guys' way. Universe Mode is being worked on, as I said, so remember, you know what I'm saying, don't just remember, all right? Universe Mode is coming. I want that to be known, and I do want to start streaming more. So aside from that, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't it make sense to have the poster as the thumbnail? Well, the poster would be the thumbnail for the actual video, but if I'm doing the Inside Universe Mode video, which will be the video posted after Mania where I'm reviewing it from the fan perspective, I would put that thumbnail. I wouldn't put the poster, because reusing a poster for 2 videos is kind of crazy. But yeah, no, check me out on Twitch if you guys like other content outside of wrestling. Check out the other channels, blah blah. But aside from that bullshit, I do want to stream more on this channel. Aside from the PT watch parties, I'm thinking about doing this Inside Universe Mode series, where we just recap, review, and just do all that. So the next time that you guys will see this face 9 times out of 10 will be, I'm hoping, low key, if I could. I'm pretty sure I can, but I'm hoping that I'm just gonna drop Mania either this Monday or Sunday. I'm hoping Sunday, but if I can do Monday, then I will. I have tomorrow off, so I'm low-key gonna take the day tomorrow to just work on it. And then if I can drop it low-key tomorrow night, I will. And then we'll drop our Inside Universe Mode stream either Sunday or Monday, probably Sunday, and we'll talk about everything that went down over the weekend's episode. And I'll give you guys a preview for the next episode, and then I'll start working on that episode and that episode will be the first episode I drop after I get back from All In, because I go to All In. We're leaving for Texas this Thursday. Yeah, this Thursday coming up, and we're gonna get there mad early in the morning, so we're gonna have a bunch of time to just, you know, sit around and vlog. And I'm gonna drop the so when I do go live, I'm gonna go live when I go to All In, and we're gonna be live. Basically I'm just gonna have the phone on me while I am no, definitely not. We're gonna go live when we do it over on Twitch, so if you guys do want to watch our reactions to it, it'll be there. If you guys don't want to sit there and watch us while we're doing all that shit, we're gonna be doing a bunch of other shit in Texas IRL stream wise, but aside from that, everything that I react to All In wise and wrestling overall content, wrestling content wise, the vlog will be up on this channel. We're gonna drop a vlog right on this channel of the All In experience, so you know, it'll be a little bit of a shortened, you know, content wise thing for you guys, you know, so that way you guys can do it. As you guys see up there, I got the old WrestleMania up there, because since we are on the road to this WrestleMania, do a wrestling match after All In. Hey, maybe if we can. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be possible. It's gonna be fucking packed, bro. It's gonna be insane, but I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, I gotta go. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, and yeah, peace.